is the difference between a living will and a health and welfare LPA?
I think the main difference between a living will and a health and welfare LPA is that a living will is limited to end-of-life care wishes, whereas a health and welfare LPA covers all your care needs if you lose capacity. So you may need to go into a care home. That allows certain people to discuss your medical needs with the health professionals. But a living will itself is very specific. It's purely for end-of-life care to set out your wishes in advance. The ideal thing is to have both. But in terms of timescales, I'm finding that people are interested in a living will because you can do it now. There's no registration period of at least 2 months. And though it's a bespoke document and you have to tailor it to the particular circumstances, it is a shorter document. It's very important to keep a living will at home. And I'd normally give the client 2 copies as well. One to leave with her doctor and ask the doctor to either keep it with the medical records or scan it onto the medical records, and one to keep with other members of the family. Because I think there's nothing worse than if you find yourself in that position, that you can't actually find the document because it's not kept to hand. And I have had clients who've said that it's really added to the distress because they know what their parents' wishes are, but they can't actually find the written document. So I would say keep the original at home, bedroom, in a drawer in your bedroom, and keep a copy with family and a copy with your doctor.
How long does it take to create a living will?
Well, at the moment, because I think there is urgency with living wills and people are very anxious, and so we're creating the living wills for them very quickly. We're drafting them quickly, we're sending them out quickly. I mean, I will have a long telephone conversation with the client because I would want to know the background of their illness, if, for example, it's terminal illness, what the life expectancy is, so that we can try to tailor some of the terms of the living will to their particular circumstances, because a properly drafted living will is a valid document and that's accepted at law. But the points about a living will is that you can't just leave it, because you've got to, first of all, have the mental capacity when you're giving the instructions for it. And you have to envisage the circumstances you'd want it used. So that's clear in the document as well. And you've got to understand the consequences.